Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And today, oh man, we are playing some Rocket League once again. Free to play is now live. If you have yet to download the game, download it. If you want to get better at this game, watch my video that I posted yesterday. If you guys are new to Rocket League, welcome to the community. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I stream every single day here on YouTube, and I also post videos every single day. And especially now with Rocket League going free to play, a bunch of you guys are going to want to improve your game. I'm going to try to provide as many tips as I can so that way you guys can improve and move your rank up and up and up. Guys, today I want to talk about camera settings, because camera settings is something that gets ignored by many new players that play Rocket League. And I'm going to go over my camera settings. These camera settings have helped me a lot. It has helped me improve my game style. Of course, these are the camera settings that I prefer. These are the camera settings that I love the most, but you guys could change a few things here and there so that way you guys could get the camera settings that you prefer the most. Let's go ahead and get straight into that. So if I go down to options, you guys should do this as well. Go down to options, and here are the camera settings. Here are my settings that I use for Rocket League. So these are my gameplay settings. I don't think this really matters. I do have cross-platform play enabled, so that way I could play with people that are on different consoles. I play on PC, but I could play with people on Nintendo Switch, play with people that are on Xbox and that are on PS4 as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really nothing much you guys should change here. I mean, you guys could just copy what I have here if you guys really want to. Now, if we move on to camera, this is where it all matters the most. So with camera preset, if you go on here, you can make your own custom one, and it's pretty easy to make your own custom one. All you have to do is just change a setting and it turns into custom instantly. One thing you guys have to do, this. If you don't do this, don't play Rocket League. Do not play Rocket League at all. But one thing you have to do is turn off camera shake. Do not have a check mark on it. Disable camera shake. Camera shake ruins your game. Trust me. It looks horrible. You're not going to improve as a player because the camera is just going to be shaking left and right. Every time you hit the ball, every time you're driving, the camera is just going to be shaking. You're not even going to know where you're at. So make sure to turn off camera shake, field of view. So now let's see. I'll go ahead and get into a game really quickly. So here is my field of view basically. So if I go into here, if I click on options and I go back to camera, my field of view is 110. Now I could go ahead and decrease this all the way down to 60, but look at my car now. Look how close I am to my car. That is horrible. That is disgusting. Trust me, do not do this. It looks like you're going to be playing Rocket League extremely slow. Don't do this. So my camera settings for this field of view is 100. Put the field of view that you feel most comfortable with. I think a lot of people like going anywhere from like 95 to 110. I go at the max. I go at the max 110. So now the next camera setting we're going to focus on is our distance. So now I have it at 250. So if I increase it all the way to 400, I'm really far away from my car, and I don't like that. That's not that good, because now it's going to be a little bit harder to read the ball in my opinion. So what I do is for distance, I do 250 because I feel like 250 is perfect. Like, I'm not too close. I'm not too far. I'll be able to hit the ball in the air. I'll be able to know where I'm at on the field. Now, the next one is height. This one actually plays a huge role. If you play on 40, look how low I am to my car. Like, come on, man. I feel like an ant. I feel like an ant crawling on the floor, trying to look for some food on the floor. I feel extremely dizzy here as well. So change it what you like. I think 90 is probably the best. 90, 80, 70, anywhere from there. Just choose which one you prefer the most. 90, I think, works the best for me. Don't be extremely too high. Like, look, what is this? Like, are you kidding me? Look how, like, I can't even see, like, the bottom of my car. No, don't do that. Don't do that one. Definitely change it at least to, like, a 90, so that way you can see everything. You can see everything. I think 90 is the best one for me. That tends to work out the most for me. And moving on, we got angle. I'm at -5. I'm not sure what this one does, to be honest. Let's see. We'll change it to -15. How does this feel? Okay, never mind. That definitely changes it a lot. I feel like I am hovering over my car now. So we'll go ahead and change that back into -5. Where am I at? Here we go. We'll change that back into -5. I think, yeah, that's much better. I just feel like I'm looking straight at my car. Like, I'm not looking at an angle like this. I'm not looking at an angle like this. I'm looking directly in front of me. -5, I think, is the way to go for that angle. Next one, we have stiffness. So now I forget what this one was. I think, okay, we have it at 0.50 at the current moment. We're going to go down to 0. Let's see. What is stiffness? Okay. Yeah, I could definitely tell what stiffness is. Notice how my car just disappears, or not disappears, but it feels like it goes extremely far away from my screen. So that's what stiffness is. So we'll go ahead and change that back into what I had, which was, I think, at 50. Yeah, there we go. You see, so stiffness basically just makes your car go a little bit further than you would expect. So normally this is normal. As you start moving and you start boosting, you start going like away from your camera. So with stiffness being extremely low, your car is going to seem like if it's extremely far away from you. You don't want that. You want to make it feel like if you're still at a pretty good distance away from your car. So that way you could go ahead and read some aerials. You could go ahead and read some aerials as you start practicing those in the in the free training. Next one, we got swivel speed. Now swivel speed, if I'm not mistaken, okay, we have it at 6 at the current moment. I'm gonna go ahead and put it down to 1. I think swivel speed is, oh my god, yeah, swivel speed is basically your right analog stick. Now if you're on keyboard and mouse, you cannot do this, but if you're on controller, like, notice how slow I am looking around me. Like, that is horrible. That is extremely bad. You want to know what's going on the field the whole time, so definitely don't have your swivel speed that low. Definitely change it up to however you feel like it feels most comfortable for you. I think mine was at 6. Yeah, this feels amazing. Like, you see, I could swivel pretty quickly. I know what's going around me. I know what's going on. I could read the play. I could read the field. Let's say I have a teammate to my right. I could check to make sure he's back there. I could check if he's to my left. And transition speed, just put it at 1. Trust me, just put it at 1. Invert swivel is entirely up to you. Mine is unchecked. And then here goes the control. So this is definitely preferences. So now for me, when it comes to first-person shooter games, I suck when it comes to using like analog sticks. And I kind of suck when it comes to using Rocket League as well with my analog sticks. I have a hard time aiming at the ball with the high sensitivity using a controller. So these are my sensitivities that I use for Rocket League. So steering sensitivity 1.85, aerial sensitivity 1.85, controller dead zone 0.15, and dodge dead zone 0.70. A lot of people right here, especially the pros, a lot of people here have like a really high sensitivity. I guess it helps them a lot, but for me personally, it doesn't help me a lot. Like, it makes me play even worse. Controller vibration, turn that off. Don't even have it enabled. Turn it off. I don't know why I had it enabled. I had it at default. I don't feel vibration on my controller anyways, even if I have it enabled, but just turn it off. Vibration intensity doesn't matter because it's going to be turned off. Ball camera mode, toggle, make sure you have that toggled. Push to talk, highly up to you. And this is if you're on keyboard and mouse, you could change your mouse sensitivity to whatever you feel is best for you. Now, before we move on, we'll go ahead and look at my key bindings as well. So to go forward, I press R2. To go backwards, I press L2, or basically to like stop my car. I use steer right. Basically, my left analog stick is to go right and left, so I use both of that. Jump button for me is X. Boost for me is circle. So if you're like on Xbox, boost for you would be B. Jump would be A for you. But from PS4, obviously, or PS4 controller. X for me is jump. Boost for me is circle. Power slide is L1, which is basically your drift. At default, I think it's square or X for you, but I changed mine to L1. I'm not sure. I think they might have changed that as well. Yeah, air roll for me is also L1. Power slide for me is also L1. This is how you spin in the air, like this. This is how you spin in the air. So I'm holding L1 right now and I'm spinning in the air. So that's when you want to do some like pretty cool aerials in the air. If you want to do some like fancy stuff, obviously if you're not ready for it, don't do it. Focus on ball, that's basically camera mode. So if I press triangle, now I'm focused on the ball, so I know where the ball is the whole time. And then if I take that off, now I don't know where the ball is. So yeah, that's what I use. I just use triangles so I could focus on the ball. Rear view, so if I want to look behind me, I have to click on my analog stick, on my right analog stick. So if I click on it, I could go ahead and see what's behind me. This is extremely useful because let's say I'm dribbling the ball and I could hear a car behind me. I could then press the button to see if I'm going to get demoed or not. Air roll right, I have that R1. I don't use air roll right at all, but I know a lot of people recommend it. I just haven't gotten used to it, but I don't use it. But if you do want to use it, I think R1 would be the best, which is basically like your right analog stick right here, which is extremely useful for those that want to use arrow right instead of just using their drift button. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all you guys really need to know for that. And then interface is all preferences. Once again, you could have your interface like extremely on your face. I have mine at 80%. I feel like that's much better compared to everything else. You could obviously have your display scale even like more into your screen, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. 100% would probably be good. Nameplate 120%. Nameplate mode default. Match notifications, there's kickoffs notifications, there's time updates only notifications, there's all notifications. So you will get notifications. Say you do like an amazing save, you'll get a big old notification on your screen that says like what a save type of thing. I feel like that's quite distracting and kind of gets in your way. So I just do time updates only, so that way I know like how much time remaining. So once there's only 1 minute left of play, it will basically show on the middle of my screen saying 1 minute remaining. So I have time updates only, so that way I don't get distracted. Connection quality indicators, yes, have that on, trust me. Colorblind mode, entirely up to you. Or force default team colors, I have that checked. You don't have to do that. If you want to have some pretty cool colors when you're facing other teams, then have that unchecked. Notifications during gameplay, I have that unchecked, so that way I don't get notifications, even though I tend to still get notifications, even I guess it gets ignored. Team color boost meter, have that check. Metric, ball cam indicator, and ball arrow is off. But for those that are new to the game, have this on, have this on. All right, have these two on. As you get more experience, turn these off, trust me. And now we go down to video. Now this is all preferences as well. If you're on PC, then you could change a lot of things here. I play on like pretty low settings when it comes to this side, but I play on high settings over here. Max frame rate at 250 frames, so that way I could get the most frame rates. High performance. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is how I make my game look like this. It looks nice, but at the same time, like I know I'm missing some graphics, but I feel like having amazing graphics can also mess up your game. Like you might get distracted a bit. But yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. That is pretty much it. These are my settings for Rocket League. These settings have helped me become a better player, but of course, these are personal preferences. If you guys want a different setting, then you guys can definitely choose a different setting. There are so many settings that you guys could follow online. Like if you guys want to follow a pro setting, one of them that I got inspired by was Squishy. He is a pro player for NRG, and I basically used his camera settings, but I changed a few things up that fit like my play style or that fit like my personal preferences. So definitely choose what you feel like is best for you. If you want to use my camera settings, then go for it. I can guarantee you will like it. You will like it. You'll get used to it. And more than likely, you'll become a better player as well, which would be amazing to hear. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Rocket League is finally free to play, ladies and gentlemen. I am also going to be making a video, doing a live stream this Saturday about the Rocket Battle Bus, which is going to be amazing. The Rocket League Battle Bus that it got implemented by Fortnite into Rocket League. That's going to be insane. So if you guys want to unlock the Rocket League Battle Bus, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.